So, you've got big dreams, huh? You want to start that side hustle, learn a new skill, or finally get in shape. But here's the thing, you're also kind of lazy. And by lazy, I don't mean you're sitting around eating chips all day, though no judgment if you are. What I mean is, you're stuck. You want to do the thing, but the thought of actually doing it feels like climbing Mount Everest in flip-flops. Sound familiar? Cool, because today I'm going to show you a 2-minute trick that's so stupidly simple, it might just change your life. Here's the deal. We all know that feeling of staring at a massive to-do list and thinking, nope, not today. But what if I told you that the secret to getting stuff done isn't about working harder or being more disciplined? It's about working less, like way less. We're talking 2 minutes. That's it. No, really. This isn't one of those wake up at 5 a.m. and run a marathon kind of hacks. This is for the rest of us, the people who just want to get started. So, if you're ready to stop overthinking and start doing, let's get into it. Point 1, the 2-minute rule. Here's how it works. Take whatever big, scary task you've been avoiding and shrink it down into a tiny, bite-sized version, like microscopic. Instead of reading for an hour, read for 2 minutes, or even just one line. Instead of working out for 30 minutes, do 2 push-ups. Why? Because big tasks need big motivation. And let's be real, most of us don't have that on tap. But 2 minutes? That's so small, it's almost laughable. And here's the sneaky part. Once you start, you'll often find yourself thinking, well, I'm already here, might as well keep going. Momentum kicks in, and suddenly, you're doing more than you planned. But even if you stop after 2 minutes, that's fine. You've still done something, and that's a win. Point 2, Fogg behavior model. Let's talk about why this works. According to behavior scientist B.J. Fogg, any behavior happens when 3 things come together: motivation, ability, and a prompt. Motivation is how much you want to do something. Ability is how easy it is to do. And the prompt is the little nudge that reminds you to do it. Here's the kicker. If any one of these is missing, the behavior won't happen. Let's break this down visually with the Fogg behavior model. It's like a map for why we do or don't do things. Imagine a graph with 2 axes. The horizontal axis is ability. On the left, tasks are super easy. On the right, they're really hard. The vertical axis is motivation. At the bottom, you couldn't care less. At the top, you're pumped and ready to go. Now there's this curve on the graph. Anything above the curve? You'll do it. Below the curve? You won't. Here's the kicker. Motivation isn't reliable. One day, you might feel like a productivity ninja, and the next, you're binge-watching your favorite show. Basically, motivation fluctuates a lot. That's why Fogg says the trick is to focus on ability. Make the task so easy that it lands above the curve, even when your motivation is rock bottom. For example, let's say you want to start exercising, but doing a full workout feels like too much. On the graph, that task falls below the curve because it's too hard when your motivation dips. But what if you just did 2 push-ups? That's easy. So it moves to the left, above the curve. Suddenly, it's doable, even on a lazy day. By shrinking the task, you're increasing your ability, which makes it more likely to happen. And that's the secret. The easier the action, the less you need to rely on motivation. Fogg calls this simplicity wins, and it's the foundation of building any habit. Point 3, the after rule. We know that consistency is the secret sauce to making progress. If you are not doing the task every day, you won't achieve any success. So, you must stay consistent, but it's hard to stay consistent if you don't know when to act. That's where the after rule comes in. Instead of saying, I'll study tomorrow, say, I'll study tomorrow after I have lunch. Or instead of saying, I'll work out later, say, I'll do 2 push-ups after I pee. I do this myself. By tying your new habit to something you already do every day, you're creating a built-in reminder that makes it way easier to follow through. And when you combine this with the 2-minute rule, you've got a system that's basically foolproof. It's like tricking your brain into being productive. Sneaky, right? So here's your game plan, straight from science and my own experience. 1. Take that big, scary task and shrink it to a 2-minute version. 2. Anchor it to something you already do every day, like brushing your teeth or drinking coffee. 3. Trust the process. Even if it feels small, those tiny actions compound over time. Remember, as BJ Fogg says, tiny is mighty. Progress doesn't have to be dramatic, it just has to happen. Small wins add up, and before you know it, you're crushing your goals one tiny habit at a time. If this video helped you even a little, do me a favor. Hit subscribe. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe later if you change your mind. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.